We're going to talk about customer service role models, and I'm going to use a few examples to just show you the power of what I call the service strategy and use some companies that we can benchmark against. One of my favorites is JetBlue. It's a new airline. They wanted to be a different kind of an airline. As most of us know, flying an airline in the United States and around the world is not very fun. At JetBlue, all seats are pre-assigned, all travel is ticketless, change fees are $25, not $100, no Saturday night stays, all one-way fares, none of this crap where you got to stay over a Saturday night. They have a policy to not overbook. It was based in Queens, New York. First flight was February 11 of 2000. Now they have 7,211 employees, 69 planes. They're actually in 30 different cities. And 70% of their tickets are booked online. The focus is all low price and all coach, all leather seats, 32 different music channels. They make your life pleasant. They understand they're in the service business. This last year they made $47.5 million on revenue of $1.27 billion. Previous year they made $103.9 million on sales of $998 million. Now, here's the point. In 5 years, through a recession, through 9/11, they have reached $1.27 billion in revenue. And they're making money, versus, as we know, the airline industry, which is a little bit in a doldrum. And they only fly state-of-the-art A320, so they put 156 seats on the plane versus 180. Now, if that was United or American or Northwest, they'd try to figure out, how can I put maybe 200 seats on that plane? Another great example is Commerce Bank, the most convenient bank in America, based out of Philadelphia, and also in New York now, in New Jersey, and they are a growth retailer. They don't want to be seen as a bank. It's a $33 billion bank, going 39% a year. They're open 7 days a week, from 7:30 in the morning weekdays until 8 o'clock at night, Saturdays from 7:30 in the morning until 6, and Sundays from 11 to 4. Wouldn't it be great if you could deal with a loving, smiling, caring person open those kind of hours? If you call their phone number, which is a toll-free number, it operates 24 hours a day with a live, loving, caring person 7 days a week. And the phone will usually be answered in the first or second ring. It is New York City's only five-star bank. Started in 1973 with $8 million in assets. One location, 9 employees. In 1980, they had $61 million in assets. 3 branches. 1990, they improved it to $934 million in assets, 29 branches. Now, at that time, they had 431 employees. In 1995, they're still focused on the Philadelphia market area. They got $3 billion in assets. They're growing rapidly. 54 branches, 2,833 employees. The stock, by the way, has improved to now at $6.93 a share. And in 2000, they entered New Jersey. Now they have over $8 billion in assets, 150 branches, 4,973 employees. And the stock has increased in value to $34 a share. And as of right now, they have 330 locations in New York, New Jersey, and the Philadelphia market area. 39% average asset growth. Deposits are up 34%. Net loans are up 27%. Revenues up 28%. Net income per share up 26%. All the numbers hit because nobody has ever experienced a bank that understood customer service before. Vernon Hill, the president and founder, said the strategy is to hire outgoing people pleasers, then we train. And they believe in customer service. They have 6 principles they're teaching, which are the SMART principle. I guess it's 5. Say yes. Their objective is to teach every employee to say yes, and it takes 2 people to say no, to make each customer feel special, to always keep customer promises, and they believe to recover is human, to recover is divine. Think like the customer. Vernon Hill said Citigroup and J.P. Morgan control 60% of the market in the New York area when they entered it in 2001. That was September of 2001. Timing wasn't real good. He said it's the most underserved banking market in the country. He said New York is the city that never sleeps except for the banks which close at 3 p.m. And he said New Yorkers have been forced to accept poor, inconsistent banking services for far too long, and it took their 55th and 6th Street branch, when they opened up in September of 2001, only 4 months to reach profitability, 8 months to reach $100 million in deposits. And just this last month, they opened their location in Chinatown. They opened up 14,000 accounts in the first 30 days. They have over 521,000 people online, free coin counting. Annual return on investment is 24% for 1 year, 29% for 5 years, 29% for 10 years, and more interesting enough, over 10 years they outperform Walmart and Home Depot. That's what happens when you focus on a service strategy. Or we can look at an Amazon. You know, the number one goal is to be the Earth's most customer-centered company, according to Jeff Bezos. And he said, when people ask me if our customers are loyal, I say right up to the second that somebody else offers them a better service. Sales this last year were almost $7 billion, 31% increase. And they did $588 million in net income. International sales are 44%. Why do people go to Amazon? People go to Amazon because they can order a book 24 hours a day, and within about 5 or 10 seconds, they're going to get a response, and they're going to get the book in a couple of days. When you go to your local bookstore, we know for sure two things. Number one, they never have the book. And number two, they're never open. At Amazon, they understand the service strategy. Or you could look at Dell, the world's number one computer systems company, largest provider of PCs worldwide. Customers rank Dell number one in service and customer satisfaction in virtually every leading industry service. Michael Dell said, under-promise and over-deliver. That's really a good benchmark for all of us to be thinking about. Their internal operating strategy has been one of velocity. Velocity means speed. Speed to answer the customer's needs and wants, speed of inventory turnover, speed of vendors, speed with new product introductions, speed to market, and speed of gaining dominance in a highly competitive world of computers. Or we could look at our Home Depot, earned $5 billion on profit of $73 billion in sales last year, 1,866 stores, the second largest retailer in the United States and the world's largest home improvement retailer, 325,000 employees. Why are they good? Because they believe in taking care of customers. Bernie Marcus, the co-founder, said, customer cultivation is just like cultivating a tomato plant. Prepare the soil, put some additive into it, plant the seed, water it, prune it, fertilize it, apply insecticides. It will always grow bigger if you cultivate it. If you cultivate it, it will bear more fruit. Bob Nartelli, their CEO, said there's an infinite capacity to improve upon everything we do. I believe that people, unless coached, he said, never reach their maximum capabilities. Nartelli said the biggest threat to success is complacency. And then the last retailer I'm going to talk about here for just a second is Costco, the 6th largest retailer in the United States, the 9th largest retailer in the world, number 33 in the Fortune 500, 449 stores, $47 billion in sales. They had a 13% increase over 2003, $882 million in profit. They average $105 million in revenue per store, and you can return anything at any time. Now, here's the interesting thing is Costco has outperformed Walmart. They have 71% more stores, yet Sam's Club, does with Walmart. But Costco's total sales are 5% higher. And Costco generates almost double the revenue of a Sam's Club. I think there's a few things that Costco does better than a Walmart. It's more upscale. It values people to a higher degree than Walmart. It does a better job of delivering customer service. And they have 42 million cardholders, 86% membership renewal. And again, you got to be frugal. Jeffrey Brotman and James Sinecal, their chairman and president, said you always got to consider expense control to be our biggest challenge. See, what we're talking about here is simply service is a skill. It's talent. It's professionalism, and it's an art. So if we want to be a role model, let's copy some of the people I've just talked about. Let's build a powerful work team of executives, of management, and employees that understand that we